when you write x equal to 10 in Python, where does that 10 actually live? Is it inside x, in memory, somewhere else? And why does Python let the same variable suddenly become a string, a list, or anything at all? Are you seeing something interesting? Do you understand this? In this video, we are going to look under the hood of Python, not just syntax. What exactly happens in memory? We'll break down how Python variables really work, what dynamic typing means at the memory level, and why mutable and immutable objects behave so differently, and why Python bugs sometimes feel like magic until now. Let's open Python memory and see the truth. Now let's see how object stores in memory. When we say x equal to 10, I have seen experienced developers also think x variable is a container, it stores the value 10. But this how Python does not work. Let's see how it works. When you execute a program, that your program load into the memory. Now memory means here I'm talking about the random access memory, that is RAM. Now in RAM you can think about two parts. One is the stack, another is the private heap, which is expandable. In Python everything is object, right? So when you do the x equal to 10, integer objects created into this private heap here. This is a Py object. This particular object has a memory identity address. For now, let's consider this 10-digit number is the memory identity address for this particular Py object, which is integer object 10. Now this Py object you see has three attributes. One is type, which stores the what type of object it is. Another reference count, which stores that how many variable is referring this particular object in the memory, and value, it stores the object value, that is 10 here. This x actually does not store this object. Instead of that, it stores the memory address of this particular object. So that's why it said Python variable don't store values, they store reference. You see that when x actually storing the reference of this particular object, this reference count become 1. Let's say you create another variable and that also assign a value 10, same value. Now you think that another object will be being created, right, in memory, but that doesn't happen. Python checks that the same integer object number 10, which already present into memory and being referenced by this variable x. Then what it does is the y variable actually store the same reference identity address on the object 10, and then what happens, you see the reference count increased to 2 now, because same memory address of this particular object 10 is referring by two variables here, x and y. That's why the reference count become 2. Hope this is clear. Now let's see whatever we learned into the code. So what I did here is I put x equal to 10, and then I am printing the memory address of x. Basically what x is holding is the reference of this object 10. Then I did the y equal to 10. Basically I'm assigning the same object 10 into the y variable, and I am checking the memory address of y after the reassignment. So if both the cases, if it is show me the same memory address, that actually proves that Python does not create same object multiple times. It's see that if the object still exists into the memory, then it's reassign its address to the new variable. Let's run it. See, here I got the memory address of x, and same memory address I have also for y. So this proves the point, right? Hope it clears to you. Now let's see another scenario to understand this more. Here we have x equal to 10 and we have a Py object created into the private heap. Now you assign a new value in x, that is x equal to 20. Then what happened? The new object created in the memory, that's called 20, which is again an integer object, Py object, and it has now reference count 1 because now x is referring this particular new object 20 and x is no more referring that old object 10. Then what happened is this object 10, the reference count becomes 0 because no one is referring now that particular 10 object. Now x is referring to object 20. right? Integer object 20 into the memory. So that's why 20 become reference count 1 and 10 becomes 0. This 10 in the memory, no one is referring, it become orphan. Then what happened is garbage collection when invoke in Python, it get garbage collected from the memory. It clear up that particular object from the memory. That's called the garbage collection. That's how the Python garbage collection also work. Now let's see this in the code. I'm sure now this code is going to make sense to you. I'm first assigning x equal to 10. I'm printing the memory address of x by using the id function. Then what I'm doing is I am reassigning a new value to x equal to 20, and again I am printing the memory address of x after reassignment of the with the using id. Let's run this code. Now you understand we should be able to see two different memory address because two different objects in the memory 10 and 20, and x is referring the identity address of those objects in the memory. X equal to 10, the memory address was 5984, the last 4 digit, but after reassignment x equal to 20, now the memory address is 6304, the last 4 digit. Now I hope you understand how Python variable works in the under the hood in the memory. Now let's see how dynamic typing at the memory works in Python. So we know that when we do the x equal to 10, this particular 10 object is created in memory, it has an address, and the py object had 3 things I already mentioned. One is type, it's storing that what type of object created. It's an integer type, that's why type is integer. And reference count and value we already discussed. Let's say if we do x equal to hello now, which is string, then a new object will be created in the private heap, and it's a new address, and now type is string, and now x is basically referring the string object in the memory. Is no more referring the integer object 10 in the memories. That's why the reference count becomes 0, and the string, which is a type string, new object hello, is now reference count is 1. If you understood it correctly, then you see where the type is actually being stored. It's not storing into the variable. Instead of, type is storing in the private heap in the object itself. So that's why when you can assign a variable x equal to 10, which is an integer variable, after that, again, you can reassign a new string variable, which is a different type, to the x. And it works perfectly fine, because unlike other language, the x variable does not store the type here. Instead of that, objects actually, the Python object basically stores the type here, and the variable merely basically referring the address of that particular object in the memory. For the same variable, you can assign an integer, and after that you can assign a different type of py object like string or list or whatever you can. So that's how the dynamic typing works. Let's see in the code. So here I have x equal to 10, and then I'm printing the type of x. There is a type function where you can print the type of object this particular variable x is referring to. And then I did the x equal to hello, which is a string, and then I'm printing the type of x after reassignment. Now if I run this, you will see it was x equal to 10, then the type is integer. After reassignment, now type is string, that's class string str. So it proves the point. It's a dynamic typing, right? First x was integer type, and now x is string type, and it can easily happen because this particular variable x does not store the type. Instead of the type stored into the object in the memory. This is called dynamic typing in Python. Hope you understand how it works. Now we're going to discuss a very interesting topic in Python, that mutability and immutability objects in Python and how it works. In Python, immutable objects are integers, floats, strings, tuples, and mutable objects are like list, dictionary, set, byte array, custom class object, etc. Mutable object changes in place, and immutable object never do. Let's try to understand this statement. Let's understand how immutable object at the memory it works. Same thing, you already see that x equal to 10, and 10 created in the memory, and x, referring to the memory address of the object 10 in the heap. Now the reference count is 1, right? This particular py object, the value 10. Now if I do the x equal to y, then what will happen? The y will refer to the same memory address where the 10 object 10 reside in private heap. and reference count will be 2 because same memory address but same objects being referred by two variable x and y. That's why reference count become 2. Then, but what happened now if you want to change the x value here? Let's try to do that. We do the x equal to x plus 1. Then what will happen? Now x is 11, 10 plus 1, 11. Then what happen is a new object, the 11 object, create into the memory with the new memory address, and x refer that particular new address. So x is no more referring the previous value 10. Now x is referring the new object 11. So a new object created which is value is 11 and the reference count is 1, and the previous object 10, now reference count become 2 to 1. So now it proves, right? That is how immutable object work. So for immutable object, you cannot change that particular object in the memory. If you make the changes, then it will become a new object in the memory. And variable, that your variable will refer to the new memory address of the new object in the memory. Let's see in the code. So what I did, I have a x equal to 10. I am printing the memory address of x with the id, using the id function. Then what I am doing, I am assigning the x to y. So y equal to x, I am printing the memory address of y. I should able to see the same memory address because I am assigning x to y. Now what I am doing, I am making the change into the x. So now x equal to x plus 5. So now x become 15. Now I am printing the value of x after modification. It should be 15. Then I am printing the memory address of x after modification. Now this memory address should be different than a previous memory address of x because we modified it. As per the immutability rule, it should have the new address. And memory, I am again printing the memory address of y after modification of x, and I should see the same memory address of y previously it was because y is referring to the previous object, right? Let's run this. See, first what I have a memory address of x when x equal to 10, that 8656. Then I reassign y equal to x and print the memory address of y. And if you notice, the x and y memory address is same before making any changes in the x. Then what I am doing, x equal to x plus 5. So now value of x become after modification 15. Now I am printing the memory address of x after the modification. Then you see the memory address of x after modification changed. Previously it was last 4 digit was 8656. Now it become 8816. That means after modification, the memory address of x changed because a new object created. X is no more referring to the same object. So that, because x is an integer object which is immutable, that's why it proves that you cannot changes to the object in place. As soon as you make changes in the object, it creates a new object in the memory. That's why you're seeing the new memory address here. And then again I am printing the address of y after the x modification. You see the y address still same, 8656 because we didn't make any modification of the y previous object y is referring to. It's a 10, right? So that's why the memory address remains same, 8656. It's clear to you now how immutable object works in Python. Let's see how mutable object stored at the memory, and this is very interesting and where Python actually surprises everyone. A mutable object you can think as a container object like x equal to 1, 2, 3. It's a list object. Now what happens when you create a list, it creates in the memory, and this is called a pyvar object, and this container object has another extra thing, that is a size. This particular attribute which stores the size of that particular object at that point of time. List has a 3 object, so the size is 3. And this value actually store the memory address of this particular pyvar object list in the memory. In memory, in the stores, this particular integer object 1, let's say, stores somewhere in the memory. It has a memory address. It stored that particular memory address of integer object 1. Like that, it also stored the memory address of the integer object 2 and integer object 3. What happened if you do the x equal to y? Then again the same thing, y going to refer to the same address of the pyvar list object in the memory, and the reference count become 2 here. Now modify list object. So what I am doing is I am appending a new value 4 here. When you use this append function, what it append the value in the list objects. So now previously its size was 3, now I'm appending a new value, size become 4, and this particular 4 object somewhere created in the memory, and this 4 object address added into the list. If we understood correctly, in the mutable object, we are trying to make the changes in place. After we modifying this list object, appending a new value, x should point to the same memory address previously it was pointing before the modification. Hope it's clear to you. Now we'll see in the code. Now let's see the mutability concept in the code. So what I did is I created a list object here, x123. Now then I am printing the memory address of x with using the id function. Then I am assigning the x list to the variable y, printing the memory address of y, and memory address of y and x should be same, right? Now I am making changes in the list. I am appending a new value 4 into the list, and then I am printing the modified list. Now the list should be 1, 2, 3 and 4. Printing the memory address of x after the modification, and I am printing the memory address of y after x modification. Now if the mutability works properly as we understood, then after modification also x variable referring to the list object address should not change. So we should be able to modify the list in place. Let's run this code. This is the memory address of x after I creating the list. So it's 2848 last 4 digit. Then I am assigning x to y and printing the memory address of y, and you see the memory address of y also same as x. That's we already seen because y are referring to the same list object into the memory. Then what I am doing, I am modifying it. I am appending a value 4 and then I am printing the list. See, after I appending, now the list become 1, 2, 3 and 4. Previously it was 1, 2, 3. Printing the memory address of x after modification, and I am again printing the memory address of y after modification of the x. Now you'll see at the time of immutable object, after modification of x, the memory address was changed. But when I am working with the immutable object like list, the memory address was not changed. You see the same memory address 2848. After modification, still the memory address same for the x. Previously it was 2848, now also is 2848, last 4 digit. And memory address y also same, 2848. So I hope the mutability now also clear to you. Hope you liked today's video, enjoyed it, and understood how Python variable works under the hood in the memory, what dynamic typing means at the memory level, and why immutable and mutable objects behave so differently in Python. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, and if you didn't subscribe to the channel yet, then please subscribe it, because I am going to upload new videos every week, and your subscription and like will motivate me to upload new videos like this. Thank you. See you again.